Ladies and gentlemen, we are like 8 days away, I think, to the release of the Nintendo Switch 2. All very exciting stuff. I mean, the time is going to come super quick and we're going to be playing this console. That's next week though. So lucky for us, we have some very exciting rumors, updates, leaks, all that good stuff to go over today. And I just cannot wait to play this console. Let's go ahead and get right into this video. So I was gonna record this video today with my hat off, but my hair looks like a damn Lego piece snapped on to a Lego character.
Perfect!
That's besides the point though. Today we have some very exciting updates and news and rumors, and I believe some leaks as well. I can't really remember all the stuff I've pulled up. Yeah, before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe, that would truly mean the world to me. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram so we can keep our amazing community growing. And keep in mind, in July and closer to the holidays, I'm giving away 2 Nintendo Switch 2s. I'm also giving away eShop gift cards every single Saturday for the entire year. So yeah, just make sure you're a subscriber, like and comment on the videos to help the algorithm. And let's go ahead and get into this. So the first thing I want to talk about is the whole backwards compatibility aspect of the Nintendo Switch 2. This is a major selling point for the Switch 2, and we kind of all assumed this was going to be the case. I mean, almost every major Nintendo console has been backwards compatible, besides the Super Nintendo and obviously the Switch, and well, I guess the N64 as well. So probably like 50% or something, but it's a big selling point for the console. So you would assume it's like, well, all of my games are going to work. I mean, there are some caveats like the Nintendo Labo stuff and a couple other things maybe, but for the majority we would think this is just going to work out perfectly fine. Well, it does seem like for the most part that is the case, but we have been getting updates here and there about games that do work, and Nintendo gave us some more updates today, and I want to go over them because some of them are just so damn surprising to me. So this is important information about compatibility of Nintendo Switch 2 games on Nintendo Switch 2. And this is updated May 27th based on testing data from April 24th. So I guess they had this information for a while. But as you can see, dark blue means no issues found at all. It's so hard to differentiate. It's so hard to differentiate. That cannot be it. Differentiate. That can't be it either. Differentiate. That's not it, dude. In my head, it's there. I can't say it.
Differentiate.
It shouldn't be that hard to tell these two apart, but this blue and this blue, I mean, damn it, Nintendo, they're the same color. You couldn't have picked like purple or something? Game is playable with issues in certain parts of the game. Games can be started, further test in progress. So, for the most part, out of 122 Nintendo games, only a tiny bit are not compatible. Now, over 15,000 partner games. So it seems like they're testing every single game that has ever been on the Nintendo Switch, which is freaking crazy. But look at this, Hulu, Crunchyroll, Inky Pen. I don't know what Inky Pen is, maybe a comic book thing or maybe another drawing game. But Hulu and Crunchyroll, they're not coming to the Switch 2. Why? So these are all the games that are not playable at all, I believe. This says Fortnite, but we know a Nintendo Switch 2 version is planned, so yeah, that's no issue there. Fitness boxing, crazy. NBA 2K25, that's pretty crazy. Pizza Tower, that's pretty crazy. And then these are games that have some issues. So Alan Wake Remastered, Alien Isolation, wow, these are some pretty big games. Dadish, which is a pretty cool game. Dex, that's actually a very fun cyberpunk type game. Fall Guys, Harvestella, yeah, strange. Saints Row 4, wow. Now, talking about the Nintendo Switch 2, which is what all these videos are about, the console, it's going to be amazing. The performance seems incredible, and obviously a major part of that is, I think, 12 gigabytes of RAM, coming from 4 gigabytes of RAM with the Switch. I could be wrong, but I think it's a huge increase, right? As of right now, 9 gigabytes of RAM are for performance in the actual console, and then 3 are for the operating system, that's a very fair trade-off. But it seems like it actually might get better than that. So Nintendo is looking to further reduce OS resource allocation on Nintendo Switch 2. Some improvements already happen now compared to previous SDK iterations. I've heard the goal is to get it down to 2 gigabytes and 1 core, but no idea when that would be accomplished. More resources have been released since the earlier development environment though, and I expect that to continue. I was looking at the Famaboards post, there's a lot going on, but allegedly the rumor is that they are working on this and this is going to show up in a future update. I would assume this year, or I really don't know, but hearing this information now, I feel like that's something that would happen sooner than later, which is, I mean, that's just more great news. This is freaking crazy. Obviously, we have not played the console yet, but it's already going to be a major improvement over the Switch. But then it might be also a minor improvement over itself eventually, which is, I mean, I cannot wait, man. Everything is finally turning that corner. It's like, okay, the console's here. We're excited. We're going to talk about it. Oh, man, we're getting bad news. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Oh, damn. Am I allowed to be excited for? Oh, man. It's like, oh, stop giving me news. Everything is bad. Slowly, I feel like we wiggled out of that. I've always been excited. I've always known I'm going to buy what I want to buy and play what I want to play. And obviously, I'd rather have some cheaper prices here and there, but it is what it is. But now, it's like, the good news is actually starting to come out quite frequently. And that's something we needed. Again, talking about the console, because that's what we're here to do. We have some really cool stuff we're about to go over in a moment, but I want to show you guys this video. We've seen pictures comparing the two, but this is it compared with the Switch OLED. Man, it looks way freaking bigger. I've been playing my Switch OLED quite a bit lately. Right here. I have been going through a million games on my old backlog. I'm like, I don't want to play this. I'll play this. I don't know what to play. I'm playing Assassin's Creed 4 right now. Really, really freaking fun. So hard. I'm in this part where I'm like ship battling and I keep getting murdered by this other ship. Great game though. It's going to hold me over. But I kind of stopped playing it for a little bit and then I was playing my Switch Lite. Playing my Switch OLED again, I'm like, yeah, I guess I always figured this was a pretty big console, but I have really big hands. I'm 6 foot, so I'm like a larger guy, and it's not that comfortable to me. Switch 2, I think, is going to be that perfect spot. Now, I would like maybe a little bit more comfortable Joy-Cons, but I obviously haven't used these yet. But yeah, I can see like the size difference. It really does seem like a significant increase. Actually, I just scanned over this and didn't even think, how the hell do they have a Switch 2? For the most part, yeah, I guess that is a Switch 2. So it's probably from manufacturing or something, but we've seen pictures of these things showing up in the wild. I'll be putting a lot of these pictures on the screen of games and the console and accessories, and I mean, it makes sense. The damn thing is releasing next week, but it's so crazy. It feels like something you're not supposed to see, and it feels illegal, but obviously it's here. But with that comes the risk of it maybe you know a guy who knows a guy, and maybe a Switch 2 fell off the back of a truck. Maybe. I'm just saying. I know a local game store who may or may not be getting a Switch 2 like 5 or 6 days early, which is cool, but we'll go over that in a moment. But yeah, obviously this thing is out here already. This is here in America. The console's there, right? There's a lot of information coming from this. What is going on right here? What kind of clothing garment has this shape? I can't even pay attention to something that's way cooler than this. It's crazy. Yeah, so somebody has a Switch 2 early. They filmed an entire unboxing video, I think, on YouTube, which has been copyright taken down immediately. There's some still images and this little video going around. One thing I find crazy is how much the screen takes up the box. It really puts in perspective, like, damn, this thing is pretty large. The box seems small, but the console takes up the whole box. Now, some information that comes from this, but people are like, show us more, play a game or something. Nintendo locked the Switch 2, it needs an update to function, so I'm waiting for June 5th to unlock it. So, you can't even use a console at all until June 5th, until that update. I'm sure that update's going to come at midnight. They'll probably actually do the update, I would assume, a little bit before, probably June 4th if I had to guess, because everybody updating the console and downloading games, and the servers have to go crazy on release day. I'm going to midnight release, so it might be a little bit better at midnight, opposed to like the 10 million people or 5 million people getting it the next day. But you can't even use the console, so I was going to say, I know a local game store who's getting a console early, or might already have them, I don't know. And I was gonna go up there and try to play some games early, but I don't think that's a possibility. So maybe this console will update sooner than June 5th, and these people will let me know. So maybe I will, maybe I won't, but crazy stuff. Now, before we get out of here, I have my own information to bring to you guys. Mario Kart World, it's probably gonna be the biggest Nintendo Switch 2 game of all time. And that's actually crazy for me to think about right now. We are about to play the biggest Switch 2 game that will ever be in 1 week. Damn, that's weird to put in perspective. But yeah, I searched patents that come out on Tuesday and Thursday, and I found one for Mario Kart World, or I'm assuming it's Mario Kart World. I don't think it would be for another Mario Kart game. And in this patent, they're basically saying they're going to make drifting better. There's ways to improve it. I know we've seen gameplay and stuff, but I think there's other features they might have not shown us yet or allowed us to see yet, or maybe this will be implemented in the future. But the gist of what I want to talk about is there's going to be a new feature where you can charge up your drift, and it seems like if you and another car are side by side, you can flip your cart over them to the other side. So you can see right here, we're charging up the drift, right? Regular, we're starting to charge the drift. Once you charge the drift, you will be able to pop and flip over to the next side. I'm gonna assume, I don't know if it's a driver here, but they're trying to just show you you'll be able to flip your cart over, which sounds so freaking cool. Straight up like Fast and the Furious, when the cars collide and they're flipping and they're looking at each other upside down. I'm gonna be doing that in Mario Kart, man. So, well, I didn't even realize this is, yeah, see, turbo run, special jump. Okay, right there, special jump. Man, this is gonna be crazy. I didn't even realize this patent is 70 pages long, which is super long for a patent. As always, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think about us in the comments. If you made it to this part of the video, hit a like and subscribe, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, be a part of the community. Like and comment on every video to help the algorithm. I have some incredible ideas for the Nintendo Switch 2. I think it's gonna blow our community up. I think it's gonna be, we're gonna go viral next month. I have a good feeling about it. So I'd love for you to be a part of it. Win eShop gift cards every single Saturday for the entire year, and eShop sell videos right here, except for this Saturday. I'm skipping it to get ready for the Switch 2, but every other Saturday for the entire year. Possibly win a Switch 2 in July, another one closer to the holidays, and just be a part of this community. But you guys with me, I'll see you very soon with a new video. Peace out.